All right, let's try this again. Hey friends, it's Heather Raff. I'm your running realtor. I just got back from a weekend in San Antonio with my husband and we ran the rock and roll half marathon. I'm just gonna give a quick half marathon recap and share some of the highlights of the weekend. So we back in March, we did the rock and roll half down in Louisiana and New Orleans. And my husband was like, oh, they have this thing where if you run in San Antonio, you get a really cool medal because both cities are celebrating their tricentennial. And I was like, yeah, that's nice. I can't think that far away. But thankfully, he kept me on task and we signed up for it. And we just went this weekend and ran it. If you've never been to San Antonio, it was our first time visiting, so you have to go and visit. It is such a beautiful city. In December it was gorgeous, so I don't know any other time of year, but the weather was absolutely perfect for running a half down there. So if you've never, so definitely go and check it out. The Alamo, the Riverwalk area, beautiful. There's artwork on every single corner, every single space. I feel like is either a statue or stained glass or some sort of piece of art. Is absolutely beautiful and breathtaking. And we didn't even get a chance to go to any of the art museums. So if you've never run a half before, I definitely highly recommend any rock and roll half marathon. They are so well supported. The expos are amazing. The water stations are amazing. The first water station in San Antonio had four or five different groups of mariachi bands playing. Amazing. Totally pumped you up. It was so awesome. And not to mention the water, just the water stations and Gatorade stations and the different fuel stations. The volunteers were phenomenal. I mean, not just like, sometimes you get races, they're like water, water. These guys were like, water, go runners, go, you got this, keep going. So super support from the community. It was so awesome. So the race takes you throughout the city. You see so many gorgeous parts of the city. Probably my only minor little complaint about the race was that they had a photographer. It was towards the end. You're coming up one of the hills, pretty steep hill, and there's a photographer at the top. Like, who does that? Okay, like I know I can't run up those kind of hills. And I asked my husband, he's like, oh, I couldn't even run up that. So I don't feel so bad, but don't put a photographer, put him at the bottom of the hill so we look like we're going fast going downhill. Okay, that's my only bit of advice for you guys. Just a phenomenal weekend. The race, so we got two medals for this. So this is the medal for the half. So it has the statue in the middle. That's right down there by the convention center. We learned on the we took the Riverwalk boat ride there. That was actually a gift to the city. So I thought that's pretty cool. And then for doing the tricentennial in both. We did it in New Orleans and then in San Antonio. You get this bling. And this is kind of, this is why I run and I like to eat. So there's that too. So so this is the 300 medal and it spins. So, run for bling. That's me. So the weekend, just awesome. Go run in San Antonio next year. If you're thinking about doing a half, that's really well supported and you're just going to have a blast all weekend. We stayed at the Home 2 Suites by Hilton. Perfect location, absolutely perfect location. They have a full kitchen, no stove, but full kitchen, microwave, refrigerator, dishwasher, everything you need to prep the night before or the morning of a race. And they have coffee and everything downstairs and a full breakfast. So you can have your oatmeal, your eggs, your bananas, everything you need for pre-race. And then probably the best restaurant we ate at was the County Line. They have amazing ribs and just the barbecue sauce, everything so tasty, smoky. Oh my God, it's amazing. Go there. Probably not pre-race. There's a bunch of Italian restaurants in the area you can go to, really great as well. So, and then post-race, you got to go to Rita's on the River for some post-race margaritas. Phenomenal. Oh my gosh, it was awesome. So anyways, definitely highly recommend rock and roll San Antonio. The next race we're looking at doing a race, probably the Biltmore, the Asheville Marathon, half marathon is what we'll do in North Carolina in March. So that's it for our post race. Let me know where you guys are thinking about going and I'll have to check it out.